So usually this is a book channel, but I moved. First of all, who can read and move at the same time? But second of all, most of the books that I've been reading are for main channel videos. So I don't want to spoil those videos by talking about the books here in like a half medium way. Not that anybody cares. It's fine. I'm trying to take this seriously, okay? It's fine. So instead, since it's fall, I mean, it's not fall, what is it? It's September 7th. Since it's September 7th, I thought I would instead do a knitting podcast. I don't know if the book people watch the knitting podcast, but in a knitting podcast, they talk about what they're working on, what they want to work on and stuff. And it's fun. And I thought I would document this for fall. So maybe in like January, I can see like, did I make the things? Did I actually make the things? Because I've been knitting for about a year. And I think I've gotten to the point where like, the things I make are wearable and good. I mean, medium. They're medium. Maybe in another year they will be like good. But anyway, I think I'm actually making stuff now, so I'm excited about that. So this is a knitting podcast instead with my fall knitting plans. I want to start with the knit I chose to move with. Well, I picked two actually. And the first is this sweater right here. What is this called? So this is called the Franky Sweater, and it's from Sandisk Yarn, one of their little magazines. And I actually really liked the green, but my intent when I went to buy yarn for this sweater was to get, oh gosh, what's it called? I think it's called Lalopi, this yarn, in like a lime green. Like I really like this, like, what would you call this? It's so hard because on camera the colors don't pick up. This is probably like a jewel, like emeraldy green. I don't know. What do you think? It looks great, but I wanted like a green. And also because I was moving, I wanted to go to the local yarn store I had been going to one last time and like buy some yarn. And so I went and I was like, I want this. And like we went through so many iterations of like, oh, you don't have the green I want. Oh, you don't have the lime green I want. What do we do? So let me show you what I ended up with. So I ended up with Sandisk Yarn Cos, which is, what are you? I think it's alpaca. 62% alpaca, 9% wool, 29% nylon. Oh. Huh, I didn't know it was so much nylon. That's probably why it's so stretchy. But yeah, you can see that it's pink. What is this colorway? 4333 Wild Rose. We went through so many iterations at the yarn store, and this is the color we ended up with. And I do like it. It's a very pretty pink. I don't wear a lot of pink though. And I was making this sweater, and this is very, like you can see it's like fluffy. And it was just dead summer. And I got so tired of it that I stopped knitting. Let me show you how far I've gotten. I think you're supposed to fold the neck down, which I haven't done yet. But yeah, I don't know if I like the pink anymore. I am going to finish it. It's just I was moving and I didn't pack like my shorties. And so I had been doing this sleeve as like magic loop. And I don't like that. That's annoying. And I would rather have the little tiny guys. So I have my tiny guys now because I'm fully moved. I'm unpacked. We're here. We've done it. So I should just like find my tiny guys and finish the sweater. Maybe now that it's getting colder, I'll be more interested in finishing it and wanting to wear it. But like this has never happened to me. I've knit like, I want to say like 10 sweaters. And I've never gotten this far and been like, So far I have knit everything to completion, like a tank top, a shirt. Like I have one project and I finish it. And with this, I was just like, I don't want to do it. And because I didn't want to do it, I had stopped knitting. So I just put it in a bag. And I'm looking at it and I'm like, I'm not really, maybe I'll finish it. It's on my list to finish. Okay. One more thing about my local yarn store. Another yarn. Well, not anymore. It was like, it's in like Boston suburbs. It's not in Boston. It's called Another Yarn. They were really great. I loved them. I'm sad that they're not my yarn store anymore. But the woman, again, very helpful. Great yarn store. Here's the link. She hands me all this Sandisk Yarn Cos yarn. And she's like, you ask for this many balls. One of them is from a different dye lot. And I was like, oh, of course. So I'll save that one for last and I'll do the ribbing with it. No one's going to ever know. It's going to be fine. And she's like, make sure you focus. And I was like, listen, this has happened to me before. I made an Eva cardigan. And I had a different dye lot. I saved it till last. I remembered. I checked every time I grabbed a new ball. And the thing is, you can totally tell. Right here. Different color. It's a different color. It's a different color pink. I really fucked it up. I mean, it's not... It looks so bad on camera. It's not that it looks bad. I mean, it's a very good spot to have a solid stripe. Like, it goes over the sleeves. I just wish that I didn't do that. And I mean, like, I could take it apart, right? I could take this whole sweater apart, separate the yarn that's not the right color, and make something else with it since I'm not... It's not that bad. Is it that bad? This poor woman, she told me, she was like very serious. She also yelled at me for never gauge swatching. She didn't yell at me. She was just like, you don't gauge swatch? And I was like, no, never have, never will. And she was like, how many of your sweaters fit? And I was like, all my sweaters fit because I knit them to be too big. But like, I see her point and I should have listened to her because, yeah, this is bad. Okay, so I'm just looking at my list here. So I put the Franky sweater away. It's on my list to finish. And I mean, it's mostly finished. It would take me 3 days. It's just sleeves. I mean, it's all ribbed sleeves, but it's going to be fine. I can just do that. I should just do it. But not wanting to knit that meant I didn't knit for like a full month. And it made me sad. So I did in fact put it away and I started a new project, which is on my list for the fall. So this is called Kids Cascading Kittens by Claire Slade. I haven't blocked this yet. I hope you can see the kittens. I'm making this in the kids size 8, and there's a whole thing to this. We were like in the middle of moving, and I packed that one sweater because I was like, surely I'm not going to finish a whole sweater, but I wanted something else. And so I went to a thrift store, and I found a bag of Drops Alaska. So it was 5 balls. 3 balls of this black, 2 balls of gray, and 2 balls of red. And I was like, 5 balls is definitely enough to make a kid's sweater. And I've never used Drops Alaska. I think it's like wool. Drops is not an American brand. It's hard to get in America. It's 100% wool. But I think it's like a budget yarn. I did not like it. I do not recommend it. It varied a lot in like size. Like the size, I don't know the words, the size of the yarn. Like sometimes it was twisted really tight and it was really small, and sometimes it was just loose, like fiber, like just fiber, like unspun fiber. It was, I would say bad, but I paid $10 for 5 balls, which I feel like is an incredible price. $10 for a sweater. Oh my God. You might have seen the issue when I was holding it up. I'm just going to take a picture of me holding it up for you to see, but I have obviously run out of yarn. Let me see. I have an entire sleeve left to do. I have this much black and this much red. And this is after I was going to do all black sleeves. In the pattern, this is a short sleeve sweater, which doesn't make sense to me. A worsted, fully wool short sleeve sweater. That makes no sense to me. So obviously I'm putting on sleeves. And I knew I was going to run out of yarn, so I was like, oh, I have half this red ball. I'll just add a little stripe to the sleeve. It'll be fine. And like, no, I have enough to finish the kitten pattern on the sleeve, which I think I've already done. I don't even think this is enough to do a stripe. So this $10 sweater has now cost me $30, well, $24, because I can't get drops in America because of the heinous government idiocy. So I ordered... it hasn't come yet. I ordered knit picks. It just a worsted wool knit picks. This red and this black seem like very standard colors, so I hope it matches. I did do the other kitten on the sleeve in the same red, and so maybe it won't matter. Maybe it'll be fine. But I've really messed up. I think my issue is I looked up like how much yarn for a kid's sweater, and I thought 5 balls of 50 grams would be totally fine. But what I didn't realize is that this is basically 2 full sweaters, because when you have this color work, this is not my first color work sweater, but I've never done like a full body of color work. It's actually folded. Hang on. What I'm talking about. Like, it's double the yarn. And I'm also like, I have tried this on the child that will hopefully wear it if they wear it. And it's just like, this is a thick ass sweater. And we're in Ohio now. What is Ohio winter? When will, this is a huge sweater. It's really heavy. It's like, it's thick because of this color work. I don't know if you can see the kittens. I haven't blocked it yet. I think when you block it, you'll be able to see the kittens. But I did lose yarn chicken. I have ordered. Hopefully it's fine. I don't know. I don't think it's for a kid. They're not going to care if the black is slightly not black. I think it's going to be fine. I've never run out of yarn on a project before. I always have like 2 extra balls, which is a problem because now I have like 15 single balls of yarn that I have to figure out what to do with. I did recently buy this book called Stripes, and it had a bunch of great ideas for like combining different yarns. So I'm going to look into that for the rest of like the single balls I have. But this was a horrible experience. I felt so much anxiety. Is that embarrassing? Like, I was knitting this sleeve and I was like, oh no, it's not gonna happen. And I also ran out of gray yarn. Like, I finished this cat and I was gonna do another red cat, but I couldn't afford the gray for the eyes. So I was like, nope, we're done with cats. It is really cute though. So hopefully it gets wear, even though it's real thick. Those are my 2 works in progress. I always have a sock going. I have a sock going in my purse at all times, and I'm always doing the So Basic Summerly sock because it makes a nice sock, and I just do that when I'm in the car. Okay, so next we're moving to the things that I want to make, like what is on my list. And some of these things I already have yarn for, some of them don't. Let me show you next. So the next thing I want to make is, I think this is called the In Bloom vest from Nordic Knits. Sorry that took forever. Here's a better picture. There's a version with sleeves. I'm going to do the version with sleeves. I really like this pattern. And I also like that it's not a, what's the word? Like the color work is on the yoke. I like that it's like on the body instead. I think that's going to be fun. I haven't done one of those before. Oh, I guess unless you count the cat thing I just did. Anyway, let me show you the colors I picked. Okay, so for the vest itself, it's just gonna be a cardigan. I have this like grayy brown. Can you see it? And for the flowers, I have this like disgusting pink. Like it looks like a cough medicine. It's almost like a pinky red, like maybe a dried blood situation. I don't know. I really like the colors. I also bought these at my local yarn store before I moved, and these they feel very soft and very woolly. I hope they're the right. I rarely buy the yarn that's not suggested in the pattern, and for this I just grabbed a yarn that I think is the correct weight, which of course means I should swatch, but she's not going to. Why would she ever do that? Okay. Oh, this is alpaca. That's why I thought the other was also alpaca. Okay, so this is Barocca Ultra Alpaca. Oh, this is called Grapefruit Mix. That's why it looks like a grapefruit color. Yeah, this is real soft, so I'm excited to use this. Okay, so the next thing on my list is the only Petite Knit on this list. I really like Petite Knit. I know people really like Petite Knit, but also apologize for knitting Petite Knit. I'm not going to. I think that they're great and fun and simple and basic. And I'm going to knit the Sophie Hood. It just looks fun. Oh, you can see the color I chosen. I chose like this lime green. So this is Cardiff Cashmere Classic. It's 100% cashmere. The color is 725. This was very expensive. I bought this as a treat, as a reward, as a trophy, because my YouTube channel, not this one, the main channel, got 300,000 subscribers, and I was like, ooh, I'll celebrate with some yarn. But this is so soft. It feels so fancy. I think I have another ball somewhere, but I couldn't find it. So I hope that I find it because I think you need 3. It's a hood. Maybe I'll do the scarf because with the hood, you have to seam the 2 pieces together. And I don't know if I can make that look neat. So I might just do the scarf. But it's so pretty and it feels so soft. God, I think this was like $25 or $30 for just one. So I think I bought 3 for about $100, which is crazy. It's very expensive yarn, and I'm like almost afraid to use it. Like I'm almost afraid to touch it, and I'm like, what if I mess it up? Like, what if the knitting is bad? I don't know. There you go. I'm actually really proud of myself because so many of the things I've picked are from these knitting books I have. That's really exciting. Okay, so the next thing I want to knit is from my Fellowship of the Knits book. I don't know if I like this book. Like the patterns are not that interesting or original. It's like you take a random pattern and slap Lord of the Rings on it, and I don't know if that's worth the $25 or $30 I bought this book for. But I've made the Gandalf the Grey pillow, and I did like it. But what I'm going to make now for this fall are these mittens. They're called the Watchful Eye Mittens. I think it looks really fun. I've never made a mitten before. It's probably similar to a sock, right? I've made a sock. So I haven't bought the yarn for this yet. It's this fingering weight yarn shown in Robin's Promise Yarn Co. Songbird. Superwash Merino, 25% nylon. Okay. Yeah, that's sock yarn. So I can buy some sock yarn and do this. I haven't planned it yet. I don't know. Maybe I should just say on my list is to make a mitten. I don't know if it's these mittens. These are cute though. What is next? Oh, okay, the last thing that's definitely on my list is a Christmas sweater. And I want to knit it in the fall because you want to wear it in the winter. I mean, winter is December 21st, right? So you want to knit your Christmas sweater in the fall. Anyway, it's just Sandisgarn Christmas sweater. I think that's what it's called. It's 2024. It's just called a Christmas sweater. And you're only allowed to buy am I saying that right? Sandisgarn. You're only allowed to buy these patterns if you buy the yarn to do the pattern. So I did just buy the suggested yarn. I think it's Pure Gint. Oh no. This is on 3mm needles. It's going to take forever. Okay, yeah, it's 10 Pure Gint. 100% Norwegian wool. Oof. Yeah, I bought the exact colors in this photo. I'm excited to make this. I thought the cat sweater would be like a practice for this because it's also like following a color work chart, but like the cat sweater doesn't look great. It doesn't look great, and I don't want to waste the yarn. I don't know. If I'm not feeling more confident, I might save this for next Christmas. I do already have this yarn though. I don't know. I don't want it to be ugly and bad. Okay. So that is everything I actually 100% want to knit, and I have the yarn for it, except for the gloves. I don't have the yarn for the gloves, but I'm going to knit some gloves. I have some sock yarn. I could just knit a glove. I could just do that. Why not? After all, why not? Why shouldn't I? Okay. Another thing I want to make is another cardigan. So I made the Eva cardigan by Petite Knit, and it's really nice, but I kind of want one with a different fit. So I was looking at the Reluctant Homeschool cardigan by Caitlin Hunter because it has pockets and it looks cute, or Cardigan No.9 by My Favorite Things Knitwear. And I want to do a cardigan in like something wearable, like a brown or a black or a gray. I made an olive green cardigan and it's great, but I want like just another one because it's something I wear all the time. And I've never made anything by My Favorite Things Knitwear, but that's one of the ones that people, I just realized the Reluctant Homeschool cardigan is by Caitlin Hunter, and so is the Nordic Bloom vest, which I am definitely making. So maybe I will do cardigan No.9 just to do something different and try something different. And I also want to make this Dino Time sweater kids. Not in red and green though, because that makes it like Christmassy. So maybe like, I don't know, maybe like a lime green. and I don't know, like gray. So it's not Christmassy, so it's just a sweater. Yeah. So those are all my knitting plans. For fall, it seems like a lot, but like fall is like 3 full months and I knit like a lot of the time. So it's going to be good. Yeah. Oh, okay. So before I go, if any knitters end up watching this, hi, hello, thank you for being here. What do I do about all of these? So I'm wondering if I could like felt the inside of this sweater. Because like this is for a kid, right? They're going to be sticking their hands in there and like pulling these little. And I don't want it to like immediately be full of holes or anything. Can you felt the inside of it so it like sticks? Will blocking do that? So many questions. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to look after blocking. Maybe I will post an update when I get the yarn. But yeah, I am a little worried about this. I don't know what to do with this. I saw a video. I'm never going to remember her name. She's a yarn YouTuber. She does machine knitting and she was like hitting with a spoon. But like what would that possibly do? Is that going to felt the inside of a sweater? All right. That's knitting. That's all the knitting I have for you. Happy fall. Don't let the bastards get you down. I mean, we gotta keep going to the movies and stuff, if that makes sense. You gotta keep doing what you're doing in addition to all the other stuff. Yikes.